very good morning. You're watching the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television with me, Frank Pereira. Let's begin with the latest headlines this morning. Foreign Secretary S. Jaishankar to reach Pakistan as part of his Sabha Yatra, likely to meet Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. PDP embarrasses coalition partner BJP once again in Jammu and Kashmir. This time, party statement seeks the remains of Parliament attacker Afzal Guru. Lok Sabha scheduled to take up the Insurance Laws Amendment Bill of 2015. US President Barack Obama says the odds are against sealing a final agreement with Iran on atomic deal. Iran told to commit to verifiable freeze of at least 10 years on sensitive nuclear activity. That's up in the bulletin. For the second time in a row, the PDP embarrassed its coalition partner in Jammu and Kashmir, the BJP. This time around, the PDP came out and asked for the remains of Parliament attacker Afzal Guru. This has drawn the ire of the opposition. Here's a detailed report.
In remarks that clearly put coalition partner BJP at a disadvantage, the PDP sought the remains of Parliament attacker Afzal Guru. Muhammad Afzal Guru was hanged in 2013 for the attack on Parliament in 2001. He was buried in the Tihar jail premises.
हम इस वक्त भी ये मानते हैं कि उनके घर वालों के साथ नाइंसाफी हुई, उनको ये डेड बॉडी वापस नहीं मिली और हम इस वक्त भी ये डिमांड करते हैं उनको जो वाकयात हैं वो वापस मिलने चाहिए.
According to the PDP, Guru's hanging was a travesty of justice that sidestepped constitutional process. But with the BJP put at odds with its own ideological position for the second day in a row, the Congress lost no time in taking pot shots at the Prime Minister and his party.
क्या देश के 56 इंच के सीने वाले देश के बहादुर प्रधानमंत्री जवाब देंगे कि जम्मू कश्मीर के मुख्यमंत्री की इस राय के बारे में उनका क्या स्टैंड है, देश जानना चाहे.
On Monday, newly appointed Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Mufti Mohammed Said triggered a controversy by crediting Pakistan, militants and separatists for peaceful elections in the state. The remark had left the BJP on the back foot.
देखिए, मुझे इस विषय की जानकारी प्राप्त करनी होगी और उसके उपरांत ही मैं कोई टिप्पणी करने की स्थिति में रहूंगा.
The BJP and the PDP have decided on a common minimum program that focuses on welfare. It treads lightly on traditionally contentious issues like the revocation of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Both sides also agreed to form a committee to discuss the issue. But even aside these, there seem to be many differences that seem to be politically damaging to both. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, the dust hasn't settled down as far as the PDP's remarks are concerned, and the Prime Minister Narendra Modi seems to be distancing himself from the Chief Minister Mufti Mohammed Said. In the meantime, of course, Rajnath Singh made a statement in Parliament stating that the government does not stand by the statements made by the PDP. Here's a detailed report.
Home Minister Rajnath Singh said in Lok Sabha on Monday that the BJP and the Union government distanced themselves from Mufti Mohammed Said's statement made on Sunday. In fact, Singh gave credit for the peaceful completion of polls in Jammu and Kashmir to the Election Commission, the Indian Army and the people of the state. The Home Minister also clarified that the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister and the Prime Minister had not spoken about the former's controversial remark.
विशेष रूप से जो मुद्दा आज इस सदन में उठाया गया है, इस मुद्दे के संबंध में मैं विश्वास के साथ ही नहीं कह रहा हूं, बल्कि उनसे बातचीत करने के आधार पर जो हमारी जानकारी है, उसके बाद मैं यह कह रहा हूं कि इस मुद्दे पर जो मुद्दा आज सदन में उठाया गया है, इस संबंध में उनकी मुख्यमंत्री जम्मू कश्मीर के साथ कोई बातचीत नहीं हुई थी.
The Congress party demanded the Prime Minister's statement on the issue, saying that Mufti had discussed the issue with the Prime Minister.
और प्रधानमंत्री जी यहाँ आना चाहिए, आकर इसके ऊपर अपनी टिप्पणियां क्या है, अपनी बात क्या है, वो सदन के सामने रखना चाहिए।
When this request was turned down, the members of Congress and Samajwadi Party walked out of the house.
जो पॉजिटिव बातें वहाँ है वो नहीं करके इसको क्या मुफ्ती ने क्या कहा? They recognize this institution of democracy और मैं कोई नहीं है। I don't want to content। जो मैंने कह दिया है यही कह दिया है, स्टैंड बाय।
पार्लियामेंट इलेक्शन के मुकाबले में वायलेंस कम रहा, डोर टू डोर कैंपेन कम रही, पत्थरबाजी कम रही, जिसकी वजह से कई एरियाज में जहां पिछली बार 1100 वोट पड़े थे आज हजारों पड़े कि ये जो सेपरेटिस्ट हैं या पाकिस्तान है या उनके जो एलिमेंट्स हैं कहीं ना कहीं वो भी समझते हैं कि जमहूरी निजाम ही डेमोक्रेसी इज द ओनली वे आउट। कोई भी इशू रिजॉल्व करने हो वो इसी के अंदर रिजॉल्व हो सकते हैं।
Meanwhile, Saeed has said that he stands by his statement. During his swearing in as the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, he had said that Hurriyat, Pakistan and terrorists must be thanked for the peaceful conduct of polls in the state. With inputs from Shyam Sundar, Bureau Report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, Saeed's remarks also came under sharp attack in the Rajya Sabha yesterday. The opposition said that his statement was anti-national. Yes, ma'am.
Why you make such sweeping statements?
The government faced a backlash in the upper house on Monday over Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Mufti Mohammad Saeed's statement on security during assembly polls this year. The remark triggered uproar in Parliament on Monday. Raising the issue during zero-hour Congress, Shantaram Naik said Saeed's statement is a violation of oath of office as he showed allegiance to anti-national forces.
The Chief Minister made a statement which is most controversial and which has hurt the nation. He said the elections were peaceful because of the forces us par. He indicated that is Pakistan. Us par. Then because of militants and because of Hurriyat. He gave credit to these three persons for peaceful election in Jammu and Kashmir.
JDU's KC Tyagi joined Shantaram Naik in slamming the government for Saeed's statement.
समारोह में अपनी गर्मामयी उपस्थिति के साथ विराजमान थे, मुफ्ती साहब ओथ ले रहे थे। उस समय मंच पर दो झंडे लगे हुए थे, एक जम्मू कश्मीर की रियासत का और एक भारत राज्य का, और इसी दो झंडे के खिलाफ, इसी दो संविधान के खिलाफ, इसी दो धाराओं के खिलाफ मुखर्जी साहब मार्च 1953 में शहीद हुए थे।
Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi tried to salvage the situation. He asserted that the people of the state, security forces and the election commission should be lauded for the peaceful polls.
अगर किसी को क्रेडिट जाता है माननीय उपसभापति महोदय तो सबसे पहले जम्मू कश्मीर लेह और करगिल की शानदार जनता को जाता है, जिसने देश की जमहूरियत और देश के जमहूरियत को के जाबाज जमहूरियत को जो है वो मजबूती प्रदान की। उसके साथ जाता है चुनाव आयोग को, उसके साथ जाता है जो हमारे क्षेत्रीय स्थानीय सुरक्षा बल है और केंद्रीय सुरक्षा बल, जिन्होंने कि निष्पक्ष भयमुक्त माहौल में चुनाव कराने में मददगार रहे।
Within hours of taking oath as the Prime Minister on Sunday, Mufti Mohammad Saeed said that the Hurriyat, the militant outfits and people from across the border allowed conducive atmosphere for the state assembly elections held last year. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Meanwhile, Foreign Secretary S. Jaishankar will be visiting Pakistan today. In Islamabad, he is expected to call on Sartaj Aziz, the Pakistani Prime Minister's advisor on foreign affairs and national security. Subramanian Jaishankar is also likely to meet Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, although there is no official confirmation on this as yet. Jaishankar is expected to discuss the roadmap for the dialogue process between both the countries. This is his first visit to Pakistan as Foreign Secretary and comes 7 months after India cancelled secretary-level talks with Pakistan after Abdul Basit's meeting with the Kashmiri separatist leaders. Security experts feel it's a good move by India to improve relations with its neighbour.
I think it will definitely create a better atmosphere between the two people, And India believes in having closer ties with Pakistan, not only Pakistan, with all its neighbor and South Asian countries. That's the policy of Prime Minister Modi. That's why he invited the leaders of all the SAARC countries in his swearing-in ceremony time.
Well, a bill to replace an ordinance on the coal sector was introduced in the Lok Sabha yesterday. The bill was introduced amid opposition from the BJD. The Coal Mine Special Provisions Bill of 2015 was introduced by Coal Minister Piyush Goyal. While introducing the bill, Goyal said that the government was forced to bring an ordinance when the Supreme Court cancelled allocation of certain coal blocks and issued directions with regard to them. BJD opposed the bill with its leader Barthwari Mahtab saying that the centre had taken certain subjective decisions on the issue. He also complained that his state Odisha was not taken into confidence by the centre while deciding on regulated and non-regulated mines in the state. But Mahtab also clarified that his party was not against auctioning of the coal mines. The government had issued the Coal Mine Special Provisions Ordinance of 2014 on the 21st of October, followed by the Coal Mine Special Provisions Second Ordinance of 2014 in December. The main purpose of these ordinances was to overcome acute shortage of coal in core sectors and ensure energy security. The facilitated allocation of coal mines to steel, cement and power utilities which are vital for development.
Of all sectors.
So it's time for a short break now, but coming up ahead, RBI and government target below 6% inflation. More on that when we return. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
This is Great White Run of Kutch, particularly this patch of white desert which is extremely close to the Indo-Pak border, which is about 14-15 kilometers from here. Indo-Pak borderline at a place where you do not blink. Border security force right at the westernmost point of India, rare and exclusive coverage of the Sir Creek zone. We are now slowly entering into the interior-most parts of the Sir Creek area. And rare footage of world-famous Flamingo City in ruins. Nature's fury, now a security risk.
क्या सबसे बड़ी समस्या होती है आइसोलेशन की. The logistics to the troops which are deployed in the forward locations, also the floating BOPs.
Watch a very exclusive episode of the National Security, Border Security Force in the mysterious run of Kutch.
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha television. Well, in a major reshuffle in its state units, the Congress has appointed 5 new chiefs and 1 regional committee president. The changes have come at a time when the party's Vice President Rahul Gandhi is on a 2-week sabbatical in the midst of crucial budget session, and there is a strong speculation that he will soon take over as the party president. Here's more.
More than 9 months after a near wipeout in Lok Sabha elections, Congress has replaced 5 of its state chiefs and 1 regional unit president. The party has appointed Ajay Makan as the chief of its Delhi unit, despite failing to win even 1 seat in the recent assembly polls under his leadership. Former Maharashtra Chief Minister Ashok Chavan has been given the role to revive the party in the state. Sanjay Nirupam will be heading the Mumbai Regional Congress Committee. The party also picked Ghulam Ahmad Mir in Jammu and Kashmir, Bharat Singh Solanki in Gujarat and Uttam Singh in Telangana as the new state chiefs. The new appointees have made their preferences clear at the outset.
My top priority would be first of all to strengthen the organization, and second is to play an effective role of an opposition party, of a vigilant opposition party. So these would be my 2-pronged strategy in Delhi.
ये समझ लीजिए कि मुंबई की जनता कांग्रेस से बेपनाह प्रेम करती थी और वो प्रेम कहीं ना कहीं कम हो गया, कहीं ना कहीं उनका विश्वास हम में टूट गया. उस विश्वास को फिर से जीतना.
Meanwhile, senior leaders in the party have welcomed these changes in the state, which are considered a precursor to a rejig in the party, where a number of general secretaries are to be replaced.
Well, the changes were scheduled. Many of them had been there for some time. Some of them had resigned. So it's the right thing. They all bear a stamp of Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
वो बहुत पुराने कांग्रेसी हैं और मिनिस्टर रहे हैं, 12 साल से एमएलए रहे हैं. कांग्रेस की पसंद की टीम बनी है और राहुल जी और सोनिया जी का इसमें आदेश हुआ.
With this reshuffle showing a clear imprint of Rahul Gandhi's strategy for the party, the chorus of his elevation to the post of the party president has gained momentum once again.
अब अप्रैल में एआईसीसी का सेशन है, उसका इंतजार तो करना ही पड़ेगा. हम तो उम्मीद यही करते हैं और हम चाहते भी हैं कि वो जल्दी से जल्दी प्रेसिडेंट बने।
Yes, I'm very glad that my state we have a new PCC young man called Mr. Uttam Kumar Reddy, and so we look forward to active times and give a run for the money to the KCR government.
Some more state unit chiefs are likely to be replaced before the All India Congress Committee session next month. Vidna Vikram, Vishal Dahiya's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Joining me for a chat this morning on this very issue is political editor of the Business Standard, Aditi Farnes. Good morning, Aditi. Thank you for joining me on the program.
Good morning.
You know, the Congress has seen an overhaul in 5 states, of course, a major overhaul in 5 states. Is this enough as far as the Congress is concerned to try and revive the party? That's the aim, after all, as far as the Congress is concerned.
Well, as we know, the party's task has got tougher because of the defeat that it has received. I mean, at the hands of the BJP in all these states. In Delhi, they have 0 seats, which means that they are now reduced to having expressing their opposition to the government, whether the BJP or the Aam Aadmi Party government or the central government, indeed, by street methods, meaning having meetings, having demonstrations, having those kind of demonstrations of opposition. So it's just become a little tougher now. Similarly, in Maharashtra, they did quite badly in the assembly elections and in the Lok Sabha elections. So how to reorganize the party and how to give a fitting reply to a government which which was in the opposition all these years and has actually been resuscitated is also the issue. In Telangana, of course, there's the K. Chandrasekhar Rao committee, the Telangana Congress, the Congress in Andhra Pradesh United and Telangana has traditionally been quite strong.
Yes.
Now we have to see whether Uttam Kumar Reddy will be able to revive it.
You know, there's much talk of Rahul Gandhi taking over as the AICC chief next month as well. You know, all eyes on Rahul Gandhi at the moment, but can Rahul Gandhi really revive the party? Because let's not forget, even the party cadres at the moment seem to be quite disgruntled because Rahul Gandhi suddenly disappeared during the crucial budget session. So how much of an impact is it really going to have on the party cadre, him not being present for this budget session?
You know, budget sessions come and go. I don't think that is such an important thing. But the main thing is that Rahul Gandhi has established that there are 2 rules in the Congress. One for the PCC chiefs, the DCC chiefs, the people who are toilers at the bottom, who have to come up in the party through elections, and one from him who faces no election whatsoever. So, I mean, not that anyone would have stood against him if he had contested the party, but he's the leader. Now, what qualifies him to be the leader? This is a question people are internally asking themselves, because the performance of the party has not been exactly great.
So, you know, there are a few more PCC chiefs that are going to be appointed in the coming months. So do you expect these PCC chiefs to have the imprint of Rahul Gandhi like we've seen in these 5 states?
Oh, sure, because if Rahul Gandhi has said that we lost the election because my people were not there, well, now's the chance. He can replace all the PCC chiefs by his people. All the old people, all the people who've stayed in the Congress, and some deserving, some undeserving, have held important posts, will now be asked to go home. But the question is whether the young people in the Congress, the so-called young people, because all of them are not exactly in the first flush of youth,
yes,
whether all of them will be able to deliver the kind of results that the party is looking to.
What is the strategy, do you think, that they're going to employ, or what is the strategy that they're going to use to try and tackle Narendra Modi and the BJP in particular?
My feeling is, at the moment, Rahul Gandhi just says, I have faith in X, I don't have faith in Y. So let me empower me to appoint X, and then let's see what happens.
Okay.
We are already seeing a serious situation in Punjab where the leader of the party in the house and the PCC chief are completely at loggerheads. So I don't know, Punjab is going to have elections soon. So whether they can revive themselves before those elections.
All right, we'll have to leave to that. Thank you so much, Aditi Farnes, for joining us on the program this morning and putting things into perspective for us. Well, moving on now, of course, the rift within the Aam Aadmi Party seemed to take a decisive turn yesterday between a team close to Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and dissenting members Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan. Party spokesperson Ashutosh termed it a clash of ideas between the ultra-left and pragmatic politics of welfarism. Kejriwal loyalists have also called a meeting of its national executive on the 4th of March when both Yadav and Bhushan could be removed out from the Political Affairs Committee and made non-active members. Yogendra Yadav said although electoral politics needs a face, the party should make a conscious effort not to fall prey to personality cults.
राष्ट्रीय कार्यकारिणी की बैठक में अरविंद भाई के इस्तीफे का प्रस्ताव आया। सब लोगों ने, मैंने और प्रशांत जी समेत हर व्यक्ति ने सर्वसम्मति से विरोध किया, खारिज किया। हमने हाथ उठा के एक एक व्यक्ति ने वोट दिया, प्रशांत जी ने और मैंने भी, कि नहीं, उनका इस्तीफा हम स्वीकार नहीं कर सकते हैं।
मेरा एक आलोचना है कि हम दो पद कैसे कह रहे हैं अरविंद जी के पास है। ये सही है कि वो नेशनल कन्वीनर है, ये भी सही है कि वो मुख्यमंत्री है, मगर उनका कोई मंत्रालय है नहीं, कोई कैबिनेट पोजीशन नहीं है।
Well, let's now get you some more national news and updates in our segment Nationwide. The Finance Ministry and the Reserve Bank of India have reached an agreement on inflation targeting. Accordingly, the central bank will aim to lower retail inflation to 6% by January 2016 and to 4% from 2016 to 17. The consensus is part of a monetary policy framework agreement signed between the RBI and the Finance Ministry on the 20th of January. The pact gives a free hand to the RBI governor to decide on monetary policy measures needed to meet the inflation target. Senior IAS officer KK Sharma will be the next Chief Secretary of Delhi. Home Minister Rajnath Singh approved the appointment of Sharma, who is acceptable to the Aam Aadmi Party government as well. The 1983 batch Union Territory cadre IAS officer Sharma is currently serving as Chief Secretary of Goa. Swine flu claimed 40 more lives, taking the total death toll from the disease to 1,115. The total number of those affected due to H1N1 virus also breached the 20,000 mark. Gujarat is the worst affected with 283 deaths since January, while 267 people have died in Rajasthan due to the disease. Moving on to some international news now, US President Barack Obama feels the odds are against sealing a final nuclear agreement with Iran. The US wants Iran to commit to a verifiable freeze of at least 10 years on sensitive nuclear activity. Obama also criticized Israeli President Benjamin Netanyahu's stance on preventing Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. Talks between major powers and Iran to restrict Tehran's nuclear capabilities in exchange for an easing of sanctions have reached a critical stage. They have an end of March deadline for a framework deal and a June 30th date for a final agreement. Obama's comment about the time frame for the freeze represents one of the US government's strongest signals of its red line for a successful deal.
I don't think it's permanently destructive. I think that it is a distraction from what should be our focus. And our focus should be, how do we stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon? Now keep in mind, the Prime Minister, when we signed up for this interim deal that would essentially freeze Iran's program, roll back its highly enriched uranium, its 20% highly enriched uranium, and so reduce the possibility that Iran might break out while we were engaged in these negotiations.
For all other international news and updates, here's our World Wrap. A Pakistani court barred the government from booking Zakir Rahman Lakhvi in any other case without permission. Lakhvi's counsel asked the court to restrain the government from filing any other case against him without bringing the matter into its notice. The court has asked for a reply on the 5th of March. US police officers shot dead a homeless man in downtown Los Angeles, sparking protests in the country. The dramatic confrontation on Sunday was caught on video in the city's Skid Row area. Police say 3 officers opened fire after the man tried to grab a gun from an officer. At least 8 people were injured in an explosion near a top court in Cairo on Monday. The bomb was reportedly hidden under a car park near the High Court. The attack comes a day after 2 civilians died in a bombing outside a police station in South Egypt. Venezuela ordered the US Embassy in Caracas to reduce its personnel from 100 to 17. Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro has renewed accusations that the United States is seeking to topple him. Venezuela has 17 staffers in Washington. According to Maduro, the embassies should be on par. And now time for all the action from the world of sports in our Sports Beat. 3-time Grand Slam winner Sania Mirza will team up with former world number 1 Martina Hingis of Switzerland. They will play together in the US leg of the WTA Tour circuit. Parting ways with her women's doubles partner Sei Su Wei of Chinese Taipei, Mirza said her results with Sei haven't been extraordinary in the 5 tournaments they played since January. Olympic medalist boxer MC Mary Kom will quit boxing after the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. Mary Kom said her body is not able to cope with the rigors of the sport any further. After the Rio Games, she will be concentrating on her boxing academy set up in Imphal, which is expected to be inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Durban formally handed over its bid to host the 2022 Commonwealth Games at a ceremony in London on Monday. Durban is bidding to become the first city to host the multi-sport competition, and it is the only city officially to lodge a proposal so far for 2022. Well, that's it on this edition of the Breakfast News. Have a nice day.